Hello everyone, this is Providencia. Welcome to my channel. I am here to do a come cook with me video. I didn't have no plans to do one today, but I'm gonna do one today. I just felt like picking up the camera and recording. I am going to make some chicken legs and I'm gonna put that in the air fryer, and I'm gonna do it with some nice onions on the top. I'm not gonna do that in the air fryer, I gotta do that in a pot, but that's what I'm gonna combine it with. I'm also making some white rice. I am making some green pigeon peas beans. And yeah, I'm not adding it to the rice. I'm doing it, like a bean sauce, sort of say. And I'm gonna make some sweet plantains, and I'm gonna pair it up with some nice salad. Well, let me see. I think I got tomatoes. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna check in my refrigerator. I do got cucumber and avocado and some lettuce. So that's what I'm gonna do today. For now, this is just gonna be a come cook with me video. You guys know that when I do these type of videos, I'm just working with what I have in my house. Also, I am gonna add some music, speed a couple of parts up. I'm also gonna add some captions. I'm gonna try to give you ingredients. I'm not gonna be like precise with the measurements, but I am going to write down everything I'm using to make everything that I'm making today. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna start now. I got my chicken right here, my chicken legs. I am going to clean it up with vinegar right now. I'll probably do that off camera, and I'll show you how I season it up, and I'll show you how I make the beans, the rice, and all that good stuff. So for now, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, you guys, as I stated, I decided to do a voiceover for I could give you more precise measurements. If you hear a lot of noise, I am very, very sorry. There was a big snowstorm out here, I'm sure you know, and it's the daytime. So, yeah, everybody's right now shuffling and all that good stuff. Also, I was gonna try to do this voiceover in the nighttime, but to be honest with you, Christmas is next week. I got a lot of things to do, so that's why I chose to do it right now in the daytime. So I hope you don't mind a noise or two here on this video. Just please bear with me. But anyhow, let's get to this video and what I'm doing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to grab your drumstick and do a slit. I like to do these slits because I feel like all the adobo and all the seasoning go in there, and you'll have nice tasty drumsticks. Also, as you can see, the little like hairs from the chicken, yes, I show it to you raw in this channel. You want to pluck those out because you don't want to eat that, you know what I'm saying? So if you see like a hair or feather or whatever, pull them out. So basically in this part, all you're gonna see me is doing slits and cleaning up my meat real good. You're gonna see me add vinegar. It's good to clean your meat with vinegar, or if you have lemon juice or even lemons or limes, you could squeeze it into the chicken or any kind of meat that you have, and just clean your meat with water and such. You want to repeat that a few times. So my clean meat is on top of the counter. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Right now, I'm gonna put a pot of water. This is a caldero. And I'm gonna start boiling it, and I'm adding salt. You add salt to your liking. We're gonna make sure that we put this to boil. Right here, I am separating the meat. I don't know, I like to do that because I want to make sure all of my chicken is well seasoned. You're gonna want to add adobo. Make sure that you open up each and every slit that we just made and add a little bit of adobo. Trust me, your chicken will be banging on the inside as well as outside. Sprinkle a little bit. Make sure you don't go overboard with adobo because it could be salty. If you don't have adobo, just add salt, seasoned salt, any kind of seasoning that you have on hand. Add a little bit of Sazonador Total, the perfect seasoning by Goya. Some garlic and herb, I don't know, spice there. I have bought this at Dollar Tree and it is a very good spice. You're gonna want to find it there. If you do not want to add that or you don't have that on hand, what you could do is just add some garlic powder. Also, I'm adding onion powder, oregano. Add as little as much to your liking. Some sazon. This is a different brand. It's called Puro, but if you have the Goya one, you could definitely add the Goya one. I am gonna add some agrio de naranja. It's bitter orange. It comes in a bottle. You could get this at your local supermarket. Please try to buy this. This is very, very good for your meats. You can add maybe a little bit in your beans. It gives it a great touch. And then I'm going to mix everything together. I'm gonna put all the chicken together now that they're very well seasoned. And I added a little bit of water just to grab all the seasonings there. And also you wanna add water for it could be a nice marinade in there while you let it sit. Now this is optional. You don't have to do this, but I recommend that you should because when you air fry these chicken drumsticks, you know, you want to make sure like you put the skin right back in place because the way the chicken is gonna look is the way it's gonna fry in there. So I like to do this. You do not have to do this, but I like to do this. But when I air fry it, it'll look nice and pretty and intact. You know what I'm saying? I know it don't make no sense, but yeah. And add all of the rest of the juice right back into the chicken. And you want to put this in the refrigerator until everything is almost done. Okay, so now let's work on the beans. Yay! You want to add extra virgin olive oil. It's about like a tablespoon or two. Whatever oil you have, you could also use as well. Here I'm adding like at least a quarter of an onion. That onion was big. Now if it's a small onion, just add a half of an onion. Put it in there whole. Also I have a piece of Cubanelle pepper, but whatever pepper you have on hand, add it as well. And some cilantro. I'm gonna add the whole can of gandules. Dominicans call it guandules, but you need a can of this. Do not throw away the can. We're gonna add the water in there. Also make sure that your beans are low. I'm gonna add this pack of caldo de pollo by Goya. Don't add it all, add only half. Your beans will get salty. Don't do that. Or if you have like a chicken cube, it's called sopita. You could also break one in half and you can add it in there. You taste as you go. If you feel like it needs a little bit more later on, you add a little bit more. Add some oregano. I love oregano. It's my favorite spice. You can add as little as much as you want. Some black pepper. I would highly recommend don't add too much black pepper. But if you like black pepper, do you, honey. Do you. And I'm gonna add the water. I like to add 2 cans of water. You can add 1.5, but since I like the nice sauce from the beans, especially like on your rice, I would highly recommend 2 cans. Now that we added everything, you could put your flame very high as you can. You want to make sure this comes to a boil. I know you guys don't believe me, but while I'm editing this video, it's snowing again. I can't believe it. But anyhow, let's go back to this video. I waited at least like 5 to 10 minutes for it to boil, and I am gonna add some pumpkin, which is calabaza or auyama for Dominicans, okay? I know the beans look a little watery. Please trust me on this. I know what I'm doing. Just make sure your heat is on high and it will come together. I am also gonna add a little bit of tomato sauce. I had a half a can in the refrigerator and I'm gonna add that now. Make sure you only add a half a can. If you have tomato paste, add like 1 teaspoon of tomato paste. 1 to 2 teaspoons, depending on how much beans you're making. Now here is the big boo-boo that I did, and I don't want you guys to do this. I have here some ranchero, sazon líquido. You could also add sofrito. Now I was supposed to add this when I added the onions, the peppers, the cilantro and all that good stuff, but I truly forgot. You're gonna want to add this when you add the peppers, onions and cilantro. Do not do it towards the very end. I mean, it still came out banging, but still, I'm just letting you know what my mistake was. You're gonna want to add 1 cucharon of sofrito or ranchero. The color is perfect. Everything is perfect. We're just gonna have it on high flame until it thickens up. I have here a nice, beautiful, sweet plantain. Please make sure you get the yellow one. Do not get the green ones. And I'm gonna cut it. Please do not mind my busted blue nail polish. I was trying a nail polish that I received on BoxyCharm. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. Now you could cut your plantains however you want to do it. I've done it different ways, but today in this video, I'm gonna cut it in half, and as you can see, I'm cutting it in slices. Well, I mean, you could see the video and you could see what I'm doing, but that's how I'm gonna do it. Now my husband that is Dominican, he taught me this trick. You don't have to do it, you can fry it like that, but he likes to add a little bit of sugar, brown sugar of course, and you want to sprinkle that on the top. It makes your plantains a little sweeter and it tastes really good. I've been doing it like this ever since. And add about a tablespoon of water. You want to wet the sugar just a little bit, and then you're going to mix it. Meanwhile, this is what's really going on.
Yo no quiero que vuelvas, yo que fui tu novio con sin olor, corazón, corazón. Ay, hombre, una mujer como tú, que me la devuelva.
Yep, you heard that right. I was jamming my music while I was doing this video for you guys. Yes, I'm a music lover. I love music. But anyhow, we're gonna fry this toward the very end because they fry very, very quickly. Now, for some reason, I cannot find the clip where I'm adding the rice, and I do apologize. I do have to make a separate video on how to make my rice because I eyeball it. I don't have a specific measurement, none of that stuff. So I am truly, truly sorry. I know if there's too much water in there. I know if I have to add a little bit more water. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm taking out water because there was too much water in there. I will do a separate video on my rice very, very soon. Also, I'm going to add some vegetable oil. I like to add vegetable oil towards the very end. I'm checking up on my beans, but I also forgot to mention that before you add the oil to your rice, please make sure you taste the water to see if you need to add a little bit more salt. You don't want no bland rice. Also, the beans are not thick enough, so we're still gonna let it cook on high heat. Back to my rice. So the water already dried out. What you're gonna wanna do is make sure that you form it like into a bowl, like a mountain. Make sure that it's more in the center. The reason why I like to do this is because you're gonna end up having pegao on the side of your rice. Of course, you're gonna have pegao or gong, but you don't want it on the side. Come on now. Like for real. You wanna make sure it's into a bowl, so when it's cooking, at least you get the pegao in the bottom part of the rice, not on the sides. After you finish putting it into a bowl or a mountain, whatever you want to call it, you're going to want to add some aluminum foil and put the top on. I didn't have aluminum foil, so I'm just adding the top. But add aluminum foil. It makes your rice more fluffy and all that good stuff. While the rice and the beans are cooking, let's get started on our chicken. I'm adding my chicken to this air fryer. I'm gonna leave the link to this air fryer down in the description box below. I bought it at Amazon. I did a review video, so check that video out. Not that they're paying me for me to mention their product. I bought it with my own money. But if you're interested in it, it'll be down in the description box below. This air fryer is good if you have a big family. Anyhow, I'm adding the chicken drumstick, one up, one down, one up, one down, for it could fit comfortably. Please know that all air fryers are different. This air fryer has a button for you to fry your chicken, so I'm pressing that, and it's for 380 degrees for 25 minutes. Now I'm gonna make some nice delicious pickled onions. Oh, I love these onions. I would have preferred the red onions, but I didn't have none, so I'm just using these right here. Make sure you don't cut them too thin as well. I have a bowl here and I'm separating them. I'm gonna add some extra virgin olive oil and some vinegar, black pepper to your liking, and salt to your liking. And then you mix it all together. We are gonna do this towards the very end because these cook very, very quickly. We're gonna put that on top of the chicken when they're finished. I'm gonna prepare the salad right now, so there's not really much to say about this part. Remember, I'm working with what I have.
Yo te traigo esta bomba puertorriqueña. Yo te la traigo de Cupey, de Vega Baja y de Santurce, de todas partes de Puerto Rico. Esta bomba yo la dedico a toda mi gente de Puerto Rico, a la familia Fontanet, allá en Cupey Alto y Lo Mejía en Vega Baja. ¡Que gocen! ¡Sí! Bomba, bomba, para siempre. Bomba, bomba está presente, aquí lo canta mi gente. Bomba, bomba, para siempre. Baila, baila y goza, mi bomba puertorriqueña. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba. Bomba, bomba, para siempre.
So I still need 6 more minutes, and I'm gonna check up on it. You're gonna wanna do that just to make sure it's cooked on the inside. So I'm gonna flip the chicken to the other side just to make sure it's crispy on the other side as well. Make sure you use your fork to make sure it's cooked on the inside. If your fork goes in smoothly, it's already cooked. So I'm gonna put it back in the air fryer, and I decided just to, put it a few more minutes, just to make sure my chicken is crispy, because my kids love crispy skin. As you can see, the beans is still not thick enough, but it's been cooking there for about like 20 minutes. I am going to remove all the cilantro, the onions, the pepper. You're gonna want to do that because you can have nice clean beans. Besides, all of the flavor is already in that sauce. Also taste it to see if you maybe need to add a little bit of more chicken powder or whatever you feel you need to add to your beans. Here's a close-up of the beans. Nice and beautiful, beautiful color. I let it cook for another maybe like 5 to 7 minutes on high for it to get a little thicker. And yeah, that was basically it. Since the beans is done, the rice is done, I already prepped my salad. Now we're gonna do the plantains. Here I'm gonna add some vegetable oil. If you have corn oil, canola oil, that's fine. You do not want to fry plantains with extra virgin olive oil. I have this on medium high and you're looking for a nice brownish color. Here I am showing you the last plantain that I'm taking out. Look at that beautiful color. That's what you want. Make sure that you put it on some paper towel, or you could take away the excess oil. And here it is. Look at how beautiful it looks. Oh my goodness. And look at the chicken. So good. Nice and like little crispy on the outside, juicy in the inside. You don't understand. These chicken drumsticks are very, very good. So the rice is done. I'm gonna move it around. And here it is, right on camera. Sometime when I do that, just to show you how the rice look, maybe rice on the floor. But anything for my subscribers. And last, we're gonna do the pickled onions, since it cooks really, really quick. You're going to want to put your pan really high. You're going to throw your onions in there. And then you're going to put it low right away. That's going to help it to cook a little bit. And also you don't lose any of that nice vinaigrette on the onions. Try to like separate them as well. You're going to want to let this cook for at least 4 to 5 minutes. It all depends. If you like your onions really soft, then you're going to want to cook it a little longer. Me, I like it in between. I tasted one of the onions and I felt it needed a little bit more salt, so I'm going to add a little bit more salt. You're going to want to do that. You know, I always say taste as you go. And here's a close-up of everything before I show you the final plate. Look at the chicken, close up. Nice and seasoned and juicy and crispy. Yes. Even me editing this, I'm like, wow. I still feel like I'm right there at that moment. And here's the plantains. Of course, I showed you that earlier. And the pickled onions. Oh my God. Listen, Those onions are so good. Please make it. The salad, it's a simple salad, I know, but it is what it is. It was still a nice salad, and I have some avocado. What about them apples? And some limes. The nice rice, nice and fluffy. You know I show you guys everything in details. I don't play that, And the beans. Like I said, if you want to make it more thicker than that, you can make it more thicker than that. Me, I don't like my beans too thick, but not too watery. I like it in between. And believe me, those beans are so good. Please make it. So the next clip you're going to see is the plating of the food. And that is not a voiceover. That is my voice from that day. I only recorded the beginning of the video and the ending of the video. Anyhow, I'm sorry that I'm doing these voiceovers. It's just that my house is full and it's been really loud, and yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed this voiceover, and on to the final clip. So dinner is done. You saw everything from start to finish. This is white rice, of course you guys know that. This is long grain rice. I would prefer to cook with medium grain rice, but I don't have none. These are the gandule beans. And that's pumpkin. Aoyama, calabaza, whichever way you say it, because every nationality say it different. It is really, really, really good. And then I got my sweet plantains here. Oh, these plantains are so good. I mean, plantains are good altogether, but when you add that little brown sugar like I showed you in this video, it just brings out that nice sweetness to it. So you got like sweet and savory going on here. And the chicken legs in the air fryer, and it is so good. My kids love when I make the chicken in the air fryer. I think this is the first time I've ever made a recipe in the air fryer in my channel. But if, let's say, you don't have an air fryer, that's why I really don't do a lot of videos with like air fryers, pressure cookers. I got Instapot. I got all that stuff, but I don't do it because not a lot of people probably don't have it. So I try to do it the old-fashioned way, basically, when I do any videos on my channel. But let's say if you don't got an air fryer, you could just fry this up with like a little bit of oil. You could do it like that, or you could just put it in like a pan and just bake it in the oven at 350 for like maybe, check on it like on 45 minutes, and you know, make sure that it's cooked on the inside. You don't want it to look all brown on the outside and not cooked on the inside. And yeah, so like from 45 minutes to like 1 hour, you could do it in the oven at 350, but just check up on it because everybody's oven is different. And then the onions, to be honest with you, this onions is good, but I would have preferred the red one. The red onions are like my favorite, but I didn't have none, so I ended up using this one, but it is still very, very good. Then I got a little bit of, I think this is Thousand Island dressing. Nope, that's not from scratch, but anyways. And then I got my salad right here. I like mine with green pepper, red pepper, or I like pepper in my salad. But if you don't want to add it, that's fine. I've added red onions, very nice and thin. It's whatever kind of salad you want to do. And then I have some avocado right here. And I don't know if I told you about the beans, but I think I did. And yeah, just to better explain in case you're new on my channel, I am Puerto Rican. Right here, that's right, whoop whoop. And my husband is Dominican, whoop whoop. So I know a lot of people probably see both flags. They probably assume that I am either half, which is no problem because I do got family that's half Dominican and half Puerto Rican. So yeah, so just in case you're new on my channel, because I've been getting a lot of new subscribers, and yeah, that's basically what's the deal here. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.